Just like any normal day, me and my family were sitting in our living room on our couch watching the local news just like we do every night. By watching, I mean technically I was snapping my friends, but when I did put my phone down, a 30-second news clip appeared and changed my entire perspective on life. The clip talked about trafficking of young girls who were close to my age in what I once thought were the perfect suburbs of Dallas. Now, keep in mind, I'm only 16. So when the statistics appeared on the screen saying that the average age for a woman to enter the sex trafficking industry is 12, my heart sank. However, as I kept watching, I received more and more information regarding how to help these traffic victims. And the clip was from an organization called New Life, New Friends, a nonprofit organization located right here in Dallas who are dedicated strictly to helping trafficked women have a second chance at life. I sat up, and as I inched towards my TV, I watched as facts and numbers slid across my screen, with a few facts that had my jaw on the floor. On average, 50,000 women are put into sex trafficking each year. And after they escape this horrifying industry, they have an estimated lifespan of only 7 years. But did you know, on top of that, Texas is the second state with the most cases for sex trafficking in the nation, with Dallas being the second city with the most cases in Texas. Diving just a little bit deeper, did you know that in Dallas, 400 girls are trafficked each night? This is what inspired me to look more into the cause. Hearing these heartbreaking statistics motivated me to want to help these victims of sex trafficking. So today I'm going to talk to you about this century-old problem with the hope that my generation will be able to finally put an end to human trafficking, along with the Tide Pod eating contest. After the news clip, I decided to look into ways as to how I could help traffic victims. And as I searched the New Life, New Friends website, I discovered you can become a tutor for these victims to help them further their education. So I started to go to their training program dedicated to teaching me all about trafficking and how to help these victims, which then led me to reach out and find opportunities in which I am able to help tutor these women and children. Now, this stood out to me the most because since I was just 14 years old, so about 2 years ago, I found my true passion. I have always loved math, and once COVID hit, I saw lots of people struggling following online schooling. So I started tutoring. Now, over the past 2 years, I have tutored from 6th grade math all the way up to pre-cal, and I have found my true passion for it. Helping kids with mental disabilities and even everyday kids I go to high school with. Which is why I decided that this was the best way I could help these women. I decided to take my love for tutoring and work to start helping these victims get a better education. Now, let me specifically tell you why this is so important, not just to me, but to this organization and so many victims who have not only been affected by sex trafficking, but their education has also suffered from it. It is said that slavery did not end after the 13th Amendment. Sex trafficking is also seen as a form of slavery. Let me explain. Sex trafficking is defined by the action or practice of illegally transporting people from one county or area to another for the purpose of sexual exploitation. And yet, even when these people escape this heartbreaking industry with all the trauma that they are left with, they can't even efficiently continue their education. let me specifically bring into play a woman, who we will call Sarah. Now, Sarah's story can be found online, but it is so impactful that I wanted to share it with you. Sarah was just a young girl, a middle school student, when she was abducted and put into the sex trafficking industry. It all happened after Sarah met a man at a bar. He was the stepfather to one of her classmates, and since she already knew this man, and since she had some struggles at home which considered her to be a runaway, she was led into a relationship with him. She was forced into sexual activity with him, and he used the terminology such as, "If you love me, you would do this for me, and we will get large financial rewards if you do sexual things with this man." This manipulative tactic drove Sierra deeper and deeper into the industry. However, even when she escaped this horrifying practice, she had no education to grant her a second chance at life. She was older now, yet she didn't have a high school degree. In fact, she was only 13 when she was abducted, meaning all she had was a 7th grade education. Can you ever imagine trying to find a job using everything you were taught in 7th grade? In 7th grade, I was trying to figure out what to do my science fair project on, not how to file taxes, get a job, or raise a family all on my own. So now I want you to think. What would you do if something life-altering and traumatic happened to you? And after, when you tried to create a normal life for yourself, no one was there to help you. What if you were Sarah? It would be terrifying, which is why I challenge you to help. New Life, New Friends was formed in 1997 when a woman came into a church asking for help. The church's women's group helped find her employment and provided support for her. They were her lifeline in a time of need, and it didn't require anything other than a caring soul to listen and help her. And this is how anyone can help. Let's take a look at Alicia Keys, a singer who helped people affected with HIV through a nonprofit organization in Africa. Or Steph Curry, who has helped causes of malaria through the United Nations Foundation. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not as great of a singer as Alicia Keys, and as much as I wish, I am definitely not as talented as Steph Curry. And trust me, my 7th grade basketball team would 100% agree. But look at how these people saw how these prevalent social issues were affecting so many around them. So they decided to make a change. And it doesn't just have to be famous people. You too can help. I haven't stopped thinking about ways to help these young women since I saw that commercial on TV. And by choosing to help them, I am choosing to make an impact on those around me. A simple interaction just like the one that started New Life, New Friends can save someone's life and give them a second chance. You can be the light to guide someone just by using your words. So I challenge you to find your passion, whether it be a hobby you participate in almost weekly or your job, and think bigger. Small passions can turn into great things. I never thought I would come as far as tutoring young women to get a degree, but I took my passion and I transformed it. Think about what you feel needs your attention and work to help the cause. Anything can happen to anyone, so don't let it. So let's think. Do you enjoy drawing, speaking, or volunteering? How can this be incorporated into social issues? You could paint paintings for children in hospitals, talk to the elderly in retirement homes, or even volunteer at your local soup kitchens. I took my passion and transformed it, and so can you. So next time you're watching the news, put your phone down and pay attention to the pop-ups, as it might truly change your life, just like it did to mine.